The government is tightening rules on civil servants visiting casinos. Public officers who visit the casinos here frequently or buy annual casino entry levy will soon need to declare these actions. Deputy Prime Minister Hean, who's also minister in charge of the civil service, announced this in Parliament today as he spoke about the integrity of the public service amid a spate of recent lapses. Imelda Saad reports.
Former Assistant Director at the Corrupt Practices Investigation Bureau, Edwin Yeo, was charged last month with criminal breach of trust involving 1.7 million Sing dollars. Part of the money he allegedly misappropriated was used for gambling at the Marina Bay Sands casino in Singapore. This prompted MP for Jurong GRC, Neng, to ask if the government plans to keep track of civil servants who frequent Singapore's 2 casinos.
For public officers in general, the Public Service Division intends to require those who visit the casinos frequently or who purchase the annual casino entry levy to declare these actions. Public Service Division is currently working out the implementation details for these new rules to strike a balance between strengthening safeguards and imposing too many checks and rules on the system and public officers.
Even tighter safeguards may be imposed on officers holding positions that put them at risk of being exploited or that may lead them to misuse their positions to feed a gambling habit. Currently, there is no blanket rule prohibiting public officers here from visiting the casinos. Agencies have their own restrictions where there is potential for conflict of interest. As a result of these supervisory lapses, CPIB's director, Eric Tan, will also be replaced in October.
I would like to know why the director of CPIB was made responsible for this case, and under what circumstances would the head of the department or the head of the agency will be replaced?
Each case is unique, and each case has to be considered in the light of the facts and the actions of the individuals, including the supervisors and the heads of the different agencies. In 2011, the director, Mr. Tan, introduced new tightened processes which would have uncovered and stopped the losses. However, the tightening was not implemented well, allowing the processes to be circumvented and continued loss of funds. So the previous and current directors of CPIB have been formally warned for weaknesses in CPIB's internal processes.
Mr. Teo said the government is very concerned about the recent spate of incidents involving public officers. He said they should not undermine public confidence or give the impression that standards have slackened over time. That is why he said authorities are prosecuting the cases vigorously.
Singaporeans, including our own public officers, reject corruption. We have prevented corruption from becoming a way of life in Singapore and succeeded in keeping Singapore clean. This differentiates us from many other countries and is a distinctive part of what makes us Singapore.
Mr. Teo said there are robust systems and processes in place to maintain the integrity of the public service. He added that these measures are regularly reviewed and strengthened to address weaknesses or to adapt to new circumstances.